Okay, so we are approaching the end of the mainland here. You can see it out the coastline straight ahead, and then we'll be heading straight over the ocean, over the Bass Strait to Tasmania. So a few things I just wanted to run through before we leave the coast. One is, first thing I just want to check, I get radio coverage all the way across. I thought I did, but I just thought I'd better check, so I've just put up the PCA chart, and you can see here that we get coverage, radio coverage all the way across. It's not in the dark purple area or outside of that, so it's actually a bit hard to see, but that's the light purple area where we have coverage. We are...
Killing 35, just maintain your present level and I'll get back.
We've already gone past Merimbula.
Killing 35.
We've got an hour and 14 to top of descent.
And velocity 253 approaching final one.
Velocity 253, D.
Weather looks good. I've got the weather radar on. I've got the weather showing on the map here. It doesn't look like we've really got any weather from here on into Launceston. There is a little bit of weather around, but not much. Other things which are probably worth highlighting as well.
To flight level 160.
I'll just one is that I just thought it'd be worth just talking about safety gear. So I'll just take a little video here of what I've got on board. Okay, so in the back here you can see
velocity 253, contact camp approach 125.
I've got my life raft.
5-9 morning, velocity 253.
I've got a life jacket with a locator beacon in the pocket. I've just got some emergency supplies as well. I don't think I need this stuff for a trip to Launceston or over to Tasmania in a twin engine. But I was leaving the house packing the car last night, and I just thought, well, sitting there, I might as well take it. Might as well take it anyway. I might as well be sitting in the plane with me just in case. It's not a big deal to bring it along. So I brought it along. Don't think it's required based on the distance off the coast for a multi-engine, but just to be safe. I thought it was worth just having a chat about this stuff. I can see a little airfield down here as we're about to leave the coast. Let's have a look. See if we can see what that is. So if I take the PCA off, looks like Malakuta airfield here. Just about to pass over that. Then we'll head straight over the coast. Hopefully things get a little bit more blue sky down towards Tasmania, but we'll see. Quick update, we're around about, you can see on the map here, we're about halfway between the mainland and Flinders Island. Nunpa is the waypoint. We're cruising along at 10,000 still. We've got a 25 knot headwind. TAS is 184, but our ground speed's 160. That's affected our fuel over destination a little bit, 69 gallons, but still plenty. It's turned out pretty blue sky around here. It's quite nice. So other than the strong headwinds, we're making decent progress. Looks like we're going to be landing at around about on the hour. So what about 9 o'clock local time, but hopefully we improve that a little bit in the descent, which will be roughly a 3-hour trip. A little bit longer than forecasted, but or planned, but we weren't expecting winds quite this strong on the nose. Otherwise, everything's going well. Got the heater going, got the music going, had a bit of food, and we'll pick it up again in the descent. See you then. comfortable ride so far. Pretty blue skies down here. The land that we're, you can see on the map here, the land that we are just flying over now, about to enter, is Flinders Island. It's a pretty massive island actually, and it has some sort of mountainous, more mountainous side to it down here. Quite a comfortable environment in the Baron. It's, you know, a lot more spacious than my DA40. You just got plenty of leg room. You can put your seat back. It's just a big, much bigger environment to be in. Just makes it that little bit more comfortable for these longer trips. Very nice. We've got 70 gallons remaining, which is less than we'd planned, quite a bit less than we planned actually, because of these strong headwinds. We've got a TAS of 183 still, and a ground speed of 161.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo in about 3 minutes time. Oh, actually probably just about 2 minutes time. There'll be no additional IFR traffic for further descent once you've passed.
We're ready, leave control on descent, QNH 101 I think it was, and yeah, we're just descending initially to flight 110, sharp 801.
It's 1011, the area QNH, low QNH.
Thanks, that was it. Apologies, yeah, 1011, sharp 801, we'll just make a real shallow descent and then continue after that Baron, that'll work fine.
Sharp 801.
They're above me, descending and remaining basically at flight level 110, which is
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, IFR traffic sharp 801. They're 11 miles in your 12 o'clock. Just on descent through flight level 120. They're aware of you. They're going to level off above you and remain clear.
Copy traffic. Thanks, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. And yeah, we should be starting our descent shortly. What I might do is start just backing things a little bit. There we go.
Yes, 732, now correct a minute, flight level 320.
Cool. Just 732, climb flight level 320.
Climb flight 320, that's 732.
And Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, visual with the sharp, just past us.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, cleared to Launceston Direct 10,000.
Cleared Launceston Direct 10,000, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, expect a visual approach, 32 left.
Expect visual approach, 32 left, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thanks. Descend Whiskey Foxtrot Echo is approaching top of descent.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, descend to 9,000, Lonnie QNH 1012.
Descend 9,000 on QNH 1012, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, contact Lonnie approach 123.8.
Lonnie approach on 123.8, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thanks. Lonnie approach, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo is descending through 9,200 for 9,000, receive Bravo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo approach, g'day, you can leave re-enter controlled airspace on descent to 6,000. No reported IFR traffic, go CTA.
Leave and re-enter controlled airspace on descent to 6,000 and copy traffic, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Alright, we'll just keep that descent going, keep the power coming back.
Is climbing through 2,000.
The mixtures.
Climb to 4,500.
Just got to keep adjusting it all the way down now. On the speed to get away too much. We're clear to leave and re-enter, which makes sense because we're going to drop out the bottom of the current steps. Then I guess we'll come back in as we get closer to Launceston. Watching our temperatures, cowl flaps stay closed. Through the checks. So altimeter set. 2 times, power we're managing, mixtures we're managing. That's that checklist complete before landing. Seat belt shoulder harnesses are good, seat backs are up, fuel selector valves are both on. Boost pumps are off and stay off, cowl flaps are closed and stay closed for now. Prop sync we didn't use, mixture controls will go to fully rich as we get prepared for the approach. We don't need it. Don't need it the weather-wise, but we don't need it also. Based on, they've given us a visual. All that work for nothing. Even prepared for the RNAV.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, you visual?
Affirm visual, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, ready cleared visual approach. And when ready, track direct to right base, runway 32 left.
Clear visual approach, and when ready, track for right base, 32 left, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get the gear out now. The reason is, I'm just going to get too fast in the descent. Okay, we've got 3 greens. We've got flap to go, but that's just going to help me slow down now. Because otherwise, I'm going to be coming straight onto a right base with a fairly steep descent.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, contact tower, 118.7, g'day.
Over to tower 1187, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, g'day. Lonnie Tower, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo is on a visual approach for runway 32 left, and we're joining a right base and descending through 3,700 with Bravo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, Lonnie Tower, good morning, report on base.
We'll report base, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Okay, I think that's the airfield there. So, let's go to heading mode now. Catching up with the VNAV profile, which just gives me, again, situational awareness that I'm roughly descending at the rate I need to be. I was 580 feet per minute, and I'm at 700 feet per minute. Speed's managed. Speed's good now for the cow flaps, so let's get them open. Choose OBS here, so OBS mode, we're not using VS, that's fine. And let's put this on runway heading 32. And LT, so that's now giving me a cross track of 5 miles, so that's good. Makes sense. Always harder when things are non-standard. You're just kind of coming in on an angle, trying to pick up a right base to an airport you've never been before. The first stage of flap, speed's good. About 120 knots now. Yep, 1 to go. Tail flaps are open. Alright, there we go. That all looks pretty good now. 1600, cross track 2 and a bit miles.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, disregard the report, the wind 320 degrees, 10 knots, runway 32 left, cleared to land.
32 left, clear to land, and yeah, right base now, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. We're going to get flight director off. Reds, greens, blues, and flap. 1 to go, and let's get that speed check, so good. Let's get the last stage of flap out. Beautiful around here, really nice. We're looking for 110 here, and then using the blue line 100 on final, and then 95 over the threshold roughly. Down 100 knots, just over 100.
500.
Alright, looks good. Runway's clear, clear to land. 32 left. Green, blue, and flap, and flap. All looks good. We're on the pappy. Mostly headwind by the look of it.
Minimums.
Yep, continuing. Runway's clear, clear to land. Lights are on. Okay.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, backtrack approved, taxiing to the 8.
Backtrack approved, and just taxiing to the GA apron for refueling and a couple of hours parking.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Alright, pitos off, heats and lights. We'll get lights off from the exit way. He's cleared me to the parking. The ground here. Frequency. We'll cancel my SAR. Fuel. Flaps identified. Flaps up. Our flaps confirmed open. And fuel. Nothing to do there. Fuel pumps are off and fuel's. Oh, welcome to Launceston. First time for me. Looks very nice.
Okay, so we've ready to start up. We've got our clearance from Launceston back to Bankstown. So let's get the engine started. Mixture, throttle. Clear.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo's holding point Alpha ready.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, contact approach airborne from a 32 left, cleared for takeoff.
32 left, clear for takeoff, and we'll contact approach airborne. Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Hey, so lights on, Pete's lights. Brakes off, clear right, clear left. Lights and heats, wind and time. Apps are good, everything's set. What's the wind doing? Straight down the runway. Departures, Whiskey Foxtrot Echoes, airborne, passing 2,400 for 8,000, number 2 Alpha, departure, and tracking intercept 050.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, approach, g'day, identified. Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, climb by SID 9000.
Climb by SID 9000, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Okay. So now I need to put the rest of the route in. For some reason, the Flight Stream 510 is not working. It was working on the way down, now it's not working. So I am unable, for some reason, to transfer my flight plan across. I'm going to have to do it manually, old school. How's the wind? 22 knot headwind at the moment. Fantastic. Headwind all the way down, headwind all the way back. Brilliant. And then we've got a bit of weather on the route on the way back as well. So we'll get the weather radar up. I just want to get my route sorted. So From Numpa, we're going to go to Otked. We're entering a bit of cloud here. We might have to keep an eye on temperature's 8 degrees Celsius. .30 knot headwind now, 31. Getting better and better. 42 knots from the side. Wow. Melbourne Centre, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo is maintaining 90,000.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, Melbourne Centre, area QNH 1007.
1007, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Supposed to be sunny weather here in Launceston until tonight. Was not forecast for rain. Anyway, it's a bit of IMC for me. Thought it was going to be faster on the way home. It's possibly going to be slower. 47 knots from the left and 21 knots headwind. I'll turn the cameras off for a bit while I
currently 5.
make my mental maths and my logging of times and fuel. And put it back on later, maybe if we get some exciting weather or something along the way. Okay, we're towards Flinders Island, so about 30 miles from Numpa, which is Flinders Island. We've got quite a bit of build-up here now of cloud. I can see it on the screen here on the map, the radar data, so it's sort of aligning with what we're seeing out the window. And the radar is also giving a similar result. It's a bit harder with the ocean because I've got it pointed up at 5 and I'm still picking up quite a lot of weather, only sort of within 10 and 20 miles. So that must be this weather here, because it's not going to be the reflections off the water because the water doesn't reflect in the way the land does. So some of the reflections will be Flinders Island over this side, but all of this stuff here is weather. So it looks like we're going to go straight through it. Might be a little bit bumpy actually. We'll just see how we go. We've got 55 knots of wind on the basically 283 degrees. So we might have to, the speed's not too bad for penetration turbulence anyway. That does look like a bit of a build-up though, so we'll see how we go. If we need to, we might deviate. Might actually request it. It does look a little bit built up here. Centre, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, request up to 5 miles right of track, due weather.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, now reported observed traffic, 5 miles right of track.
Alright, do the ending up to 5 miles right of track, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Right, let's do it.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
I can see a fairly big cumulus cloud right there. Don't really want to go right through it. Just do my feeder checks.
130,
What I'd rather do is sort of head over this way a little bit. What we can do is we can just put in 5 miles right of track. So let's just do that. So where is that? Parallel track, enter. Right of track, 5 miles, enter, activate parallel track. And let's put nav mode back on and then GPS will turn me, I was going to turn me left first, but it's turning me right now to deviate. Yeah, there's some pretty big cumulus there. It's 6 degrees at the moment, but it sort of keeps going down around 3 degrees. I've got pitot fuel vent store warning heat on. I might just pop the prop and the windshield on, just for this section. And I'll get ready to reduce power a little bit if we need to, just for the bumps. Make sure we stay around 156 if it gets bumpy. It looks a little bit better. A picture there, I think. Maybe. Avoiding the yellow stuff anyway. In and out for a while.
All stations, Flinders Island, amended TAF available.
Go. Wonder why. Have a look at the TAF for Flinders Island. Should pick up, I think. Flinders Island weather. The METAR is light rain. back to the map. Make sure we're not going more than 5 miles off track. Coming up to 5 miles now, it looks about right. Taking a turn back to the left to get us back on course, which is what this is doing. There we go, left turn. Okay, so that all looks good. We'll plough on through here for a little while. So there we go. There it's cold, that's warming up. Windshield's on, props on, prop amps are on. And we'll just keep an eye out for ice on the wings. Nothing there at the moment. We're at 4 degrees. It'll usually get colder once we're in the cloud though. And it is rain as well.
Number 10, g'day, Sharp 816, Alpha Mitch Line is taxiing runway 32 for SN. Flinders Island.
We're pretty much coming over the top of Flinders Island now. Hoping we're going to sort of come out of it. A little while, we'll see. I'll point the radar down a little bit so you can see the...
Melbourne Centre, g'day, KJ5838, climbing flight level 240.
You're at 4.5.
KJ5838, Melbourne Centre, climb to flight level 340, cancel SID, recleared direct to mackerel.
Flight level 340 and cancel SID,
I think that's all going to be weather there. 60 miles. Nothing too bad though, it's just green and a little bit of yellow. Can't see Flinders Island though, can't see much at all. Geez, it's different to when we were on the way down here where we got a great view, blue sky over Flinders Island. It's amazing how quick the weather changes. Probably not for everybody flying over the Bass Strait in IMC in rain and not being able to see a thing, but I love it, it's great. What's the weather radar really telling me? If we look out at say 40 miles, we're at 4.25 degrees up. And what we're seeing is some weather more to our right. So what could be happening is this weather here. How far is that? It's about 40 miles there. Oh yeah, from 20 to 40 miles. That's that. 15 miles out to about 40 miles. About 15 to 40. So that's the weather.
G'day, Sharp 816, airborne.
Wind's taking it
with departure.
Left to right. So what we might do is we might cancel the parallel track now.
Sharp 816, sir.
Melbourne Centre, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, I'd like to regain the original track.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, roger, no report Alpha traffic.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Alright, cancel parallel track. What that does. Takes me to the left. It basically then has a cross-track area of 5 miles. And it's going to pull me back in on that. So I think what's happening is the weather's going from left to right, which makes sense because that's the way the wind's going, at 50 knots. So it's moving fairly fast. And we can see that the bulk of it is right in front of me. So if I pull, if we have a look on the weather radar again, look at 20 miles. I mean, that's just ocean out there, so there's really no ground clutter. That's weather. And we're pointing up at nearly 4.5 degrees. Cool. All right, let's get my armrest up. Put my seat back. And relax for a bit. Keep an eye on the weather. We'll check in with you guys later. Okay, well, just as I turned recording off last time and put my seat back, we ended up having quite a lot of turbulence, and I had to quickly put my seat up and slow the speed down and just make sure we were sort of turbulent penetration speed. Things are a bit calmer now, but still going through quite a bit of weather. There we go. Here we've got a fair bit of weather still here, and then we might have a bit more around Merimbula and Bateman's Bay. And then it looks pretty good into Sydney. There's quite a lot of weather, and it's moving across really fast. So trying to time the changes of track to sort of get around it is proving to be a little bit hard. We'll have a look on the radar. The radar. This is we'll go for 80 miles or 60 miles maybe. Yeah. A bit in front of us now. Pretty much light to medium precipitation ahead. And I think we're just going to have to sort of blast through it. There's not really a path around it at the moment. It looks like this is really all we got. We can hope that it gets a little bit lighter and we don't get too much of the yellow, but I think we're going to get a bit of rain, and based on what happened before, I think we're probably going to get a bit of turbulence as well. I might get my seat up again. I've got all the de-icing on, but I'll put the defrost heat on as well.
All station for Goulburn, SC issued.
Yeah.
We
are still above 5 degrees, so...
Charlie Whiskey, Yankee, Melbourne Centre, Auto, SC Goulburn, wind is 300 degrees, 15, gusting 27 knots. Visibility graded 10 kilometers, nil cloud detected, temperature 31, dew point 13, QNH 1017, and no rainfall.
So different to the conditions on the way down. I wasn't expecting to be kind of flying across Bass Strait in this. Wonder what it's like in the ocean. We are coming up towards Merimbula now, and I can see quite a lot of weather out to my left. I can see a lot of weather on the weather radar image here. And basically what I'm trying to work out is whether I'm going to beat this fairly fast moving and heavy rain that's just sort of coming past Cooma at the moment. It's going to come across my track. I'm trying to estimate. So a couple of issues. One is I'm not sure how delayed this data is. So, but it's been pretty accurate, to be fair, up till now. So I think it's fairly current. But if I sort of keep estimating the movements from there to my track, there's probably about 5 or 6 more movements at 5 minutes. 5 minutes of movement. So. Maybe another 30 minutes, that's entirely covering my track. And so then...
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, you faded out of radar coverage. Report estimate for Merimbula.
Estimate for Merimbula is 5'8", Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thank you.
Okay, so basically I'm saying around 25-30 minutes, say, we're going to have the sort of heavy rain hitting our track. And so I want to know where am I going to be in 25 to 30 minutes. So if I do this, I can say, well, in 25 minutes, I'm going to be about here, close to Urbob.
Velocity 1533,
I reckon I might
up to 30 miles left of route.
Might just beat the heaviest part.
30 miles left of route.
It does look pretty miserable out that way. So let's hope that's the case. I'm still in an area which looks like severe, you know, fairly strong turbulence. But happily not feeling that at the moment. So let's hope it stays that way.
Rex 3469, when able, can you provide your estimate to Badger?
Weather radar here doesn't show anything particularly.
I think you might catch on from Melbourne Centre, New Zealand 192, flight level 370.
New Zealand 192, Melbourne Centre, good day.
I'll put it out to say 40 miles. It's on 4.5 degrees.
Rex 3469, when able, provide an estimate to Badger.
You're starting to see all this rain here. Rain.
Badger time, 13.
Water on the window.
Rex 3469.
I might actually, we're at 9 degrees, so I might not worry about the prop and windshield heat. I'll just leave the usuals, the pitot, vent and store warning heat on. Hard to say if it's going to be heavy, but it doesn't. And here's interesting, and I think it's interesting to see how it all goes black here. That's just the coastline. It's the ocean.
Rex 3469, expect vectors
ocean doesn't
for
reflect
runway 34 and adjust speed
the
to
radio waves like the land does.
At time 18.
So it just shows as nothing, and the land is reflecting. But I'm pointing up at 4.5 degrees there, and I'm getting turns right in front of me. So that's weather. I can point it up further. You can see we're still getting returns, so that's all just weather. No yellow or red, so that's good news.
Melbourne Centre, stations north of Kima, killing 623 Delta I.
Let's try and race this weather, See if we can beat it.
Northeast on descent, left flight level 200 inbound via a 5 mile correction.
The Baron outrun the weather.
0 mile final, runway 36.
Full power here.
5 mile position, time 03.
I'm at 2300 RPM. I could go for 2500 RPM and try and increase my speed a little bit, but I don't really want to because at any moment I feel like I could be thrown around in turbulence, so I don't want to be too fast either. Fast enough, but not too fast. I guess this is the advantage of the turboprops and the jets, is just getting on top of all this. Quite a lot of work, a lot of workload. The whole way back we've been dealing with weather. Experience though. It wasn't very scenic on the way home. It was very scenic on the way down. Once we sort of get over the water here, it was beautiful all the way through Tasmania and Flinders Island, and Launceston was blue skies. And then before I was only in town for an hour and a half or so. When I got in the car to go back to the airport, it started raining, and this weather just rolled in really fast.
Flight level 400, I'll see you 1533.
It wasn't even forecast to be anything but good weather until the end of the day. I think it was like 8 p.m.
Station down to Melbourne. Melbourne information. Whiskey is now current. There's one change to an H1004.
Yeah, so it's pretty heavy precipitation actually straight ahead at the moment in this route. So I think I'm going to get a fair bit of rain. Let's just see how we go. The prop and we're cooling down to 6 degrees now, so I might just get the prop and windshield on. We'll get the heater going, and I've got the defrost on. So warm air coming out of here onto the window, the heater element on the window, all just. I mean, I don't really have a big concern about icing at all today. I mean, my lowest safe here is 4,100, so I can drop down. I'm not concerned about icing, but I'd rather have the altitude, particularly with turbulence around, and I'd rather just turn the systems on as a precaution. I can see that the prop amps have come up, so that's an indication that the prop heat is working. I feel like I'm going to get back to Bankstown and people won't even believe me. The weather was like this. It'll be hot and sunny there. It's the tap in Bankstown. Let's have a look at the METAR. Bankstown. 020, 11 knots. So probably runway 11. Centre. Visibility, no clouds detected, and 37 degrees. H1012.
Killing 623 Delta.
012 I've got on the backup. We're already on 1012. Wow, 37 degrees. And I'm here in the top of descent of 59 minutes. What do you reckon? Am I going to make it? Am I going to cop it? I'm not going to lay my seat back. Out last time and got thrown around straight away. As soon as I did it, it was like a message. Okay, so for the next
in the rear area, Alpha X-ray
miles,
climb,
you can see we've got some reds.
7,600 up to flight level 150, parachute up from Maria.
Alpha X-ray Centre, I've got traffic overflying Maruya. It's Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. They're at 9,000, estimating overhead Maruya, time 20, tracking south 2 north.
Copy, Charlie, thanks, Alpha X-ray.
Did he say he was doing parachute?
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo identified, verify level.
9,000 Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thanks, and parachute jumping at Maruya. Alpha X-rays on climb, passing 8,000 for parachute. Drop at Maruya.
Copy traffic, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thanks, and well, I got you QNH 1015.
1015, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. QNH has been quite varied, actually, which may be associated with this weather. Maybe it's a sign of the weather, when you have sort of really large QNH changes. Yeah, so we're seeing fairly heavier precipitation now. I've got everything on. I don't need to use the boots. There's no ice. I wouldn't want to be parachuting in this.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, Alpha X-ray, are you able to go across to the CTAF 132.05?
I'll jump on the CTAF 132.05, was it?
Yeah, affirm, Alpha X-ray.
132.05, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. 505, 132. And Maria traffic, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, we're at Baron. Currently 35 miles to the south at 9,000. We'll be overflying the field, estimating overhead time 20, Maria.
Maria, aerodrome CTAF.
And g'day, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, Alpha X-ray, thanks for that, mate. We looking at a drop time of pretty similar to 20, so I was wondering if there was any chance of either an east or a west deviation as you pass Maruya, whichever way would suit you best.
Stand by, I'll just talk to air traffic and see if I can get it direct to something else. I'll get back to you shortly.
Much appreciated, cheers, Alpha X-ray.
I'd be happy to go direct at God if air traffic will give me that. Send out Whiskey Foxtrot Echo request.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Due to the parachute drop on the CTAF, he's just requested whether I can deviate. I'm just wondering if I can get direct at God.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo FM, there's no additional traffic tracking direct to at God at 9,000.
Direct at God, 9,000. Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thanks.
Yeah, Alpha X-ray, copies all, thanks very much.
No worries, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Alright, well it looks like we beat that weather, so I'll turn the cameras off and put them on again in descent. Another 2 minutes from top of descent.
Now 1012, changes, Sydney uniform.
Thanks, down to Information Hotel.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, I'm going to QNH for you, now 1012.
1012, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, thanks.
Right circuit, frequency 123.6. Runway 11 left, not available, except for taxiing aircraft.
Killing 41 Delta, descend 10,000, QNH 1012.
Wind 030 degrees, middle 10 knots, maximum 18 knots. Maximum crosswind 16 knots. Maximum tailwind 5 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 38, QNH 1012. On first contact with Bankstown Ground or Town at a Forest Seat Information Hotel.
Alright, we've got hotel, we've got the weather for Bankstown. Pretty strong crosswind.
Vertical track.
PG950, contact
visual,
center 125.
so I'm going to bug down to
125.0.
5,200 Dagi. I've just slowed things down. It's pretty turbulent as per the prediction. I much prefer the turbulence in a twin though. Just feels more stable, a heavier twin. I find that when I'm in the little single, it just sort of spins around and it feels it doesn't have the stability of a twin. Alright, well, we've got our descent checks mostly complete. Increasing the mixture, bringing the power back as we descend.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, contact Sydney Centre 124.55, good day.
Sydney Centre 124.55, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, good day. Sydney Centre, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo is on descent through 8,200.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Well, we've been flying for 2 hours 53. It was definitely a slower trip there and back with those headwinds. Could be about a 2 hour 45 trip in this plane with no wind. It's looking like more like a 3 hour trip today, each way. I've just realised the bottom of descent showing here in time is not necessarily associated with the active waypoint. It's really the bottom of all the whole profile. What do we got? 309 feet per minute. That sounds pretty gentle. This is where we normally start to get lots of traffic advice. Friday afternoon coming into Sydney, let's see. I can feel the heat now. It's really heating up. Might even get the aircon on. I reckon once I land, it's going to be scorching. 37 degrees.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, no traffic between you on the zone. Identification terminates. Contact the tower. Actually, stand by 1 second.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Something there, isn't there? 1,000 below me, just behind. Oh yeah, 100 above me.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, that's fixed at 132.8.
Over to the tower, 132.8. Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Baseline Tower, Whiskey Foxtrot Echoes Baron. Currently 8 miles to the west, descending through 1,800 inbound with hotel visual.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, Bankstown Tower, join final 11 Centre, report where it's from.
Join final 11 Centre, Wilco, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Alright, landing taxi lights on. Speed's good. Stage flap. Our flaps can come open now. It's pretty hot, so it's going to need cooling.
Hammond 997, contact departures 18.4, see ya.
184, 997, g'day. 3 green, no red, blues. Lap 1 to go. And Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, work fine.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, traffic laid down in the southern circle of the diamond for the southern runway, 11 Centre, clear to land.
11 Centre, clear for land, looking for traffic, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo.
Direct to Romeo, copy.
Looking for traffic, Delta X-ray Romeo.
I'll pull it off now. Our last stage of flap out. Oh, let's move.
Traffic inside, Delta X-ray Romeo.
Now, there it is. Okay, reds, greens, blues, flap. Configured and runway center, clear to land.
500.
Okay, 500, runway's clear, speed's good. Director off. Okay, I can feel the wind from the left. Need right rudder. And we don't want to be touching the brakes. The other aircraft in sight. contact ground with your Foxtrot Echo. Okay, heats are all off. Still one left, contact ground. Okay, plates and heats. Setting landing and probe. Flaps identified, flaps up. Okay, flaps are open, confirmed. Contact ground. Backstand ground, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo is vacated on runway 11 left. Request taxi to Kilo.
Whiskey Foxtrot Echo, vacate Alpha 3, taxi to parking.
Alpha 3, taxi to parking, Whiskey Foxtrot Echo. Time 17.
Thanks down ground Zulu.
We're back, thanks for watching.
Request